Welcome to the Chicago Steel 2020 NHL Draft Preview. I'm the voice of the Chicago Steel, Mark Citron. We're with two icons of the Steel, two alum. One already had his first year at Harvard University. They call him the AKA the Bull Shark, Nick Abruzzese. He is with us along with the Jaguar. Brendan Brisson. So let's jump right in, boys. How are you guys feeling right now? Hockey on the fringe of coming back, maybe, but it's the leaves are changing. It's weird not playing hockey, isn't it? We'll start with the Bull Shark first on this one.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Mark. Yeah, it's weird, kind of what we're going through right now. It's cool having hockey on and watching the playoffs, but it's weird, obviously, the situation we're in, not being at school together like we were this time last year. But we're just trying to get through it as best we can.
What you think, Jack? A little weird or what? No hockey.
I mean, I don't really have anything to compare it to. Like, I wasn't in Michigan last year, but I mean, I feel like we're doing a good job here. Like, we're still having fun, like getting after it in practice. We've been skating with each other every day and 6 times a week. I mean, we're in the gym 3 times a week. And I mean, nothing's really changed besides we have to wear a mask everywhere, and people are starting to get it outside of our team. So you kind of have to the big dog Owen Powers FaceTime me on the other line. Just deleted him. I declined him right away. But
That's your roomie, man. You gotta stick tight.
Yeah, that's my boy. That's my boy. But yeah, nothing's really changed here besides just I'm in some online classes. I got one in-person class that I got to go give a speech in front of everybody. So other than that, I'm doing math online and I'm struggling. So.
Oh, no. Well, the speech thing, I bet you'd be good at, but mathematics, it's a different thing. And I mean, this isn't a one-on-one professor class, but I'll tell you what, that's got to be challenging. And Bull Shark, I mean, he goes to Harvard. So, I mean, the guy, if you can do school there, you can do it online, right? I mean, but,
I'm surprised. I'm surprised our fellow fearless leader is not at Harvard with his academic accolades.
Yeah.
John Spetz, fearless John, Johnny Rockets. But no, I mean, and speaking of different, they just announced Brendan Brisson draft eligible. The Jag, October 6th, October 7th is going to be a National Hockey League draft. And Bull Shark, you went through a much different process, but similar in the sense of getting selected. But first, Bull Shark, talk a bit about that moment and really kind of everything leading up to it, because when you think about it and your family, your teams before, I know we talked about that jersey behind you, but just real quick, were you expecting the call? Where you give the whole play-by-play of how it went down?
Yeah. Obviously, it's a pretty cool moment, pretty big moment in your life, something you worked for a long time, and obviously family sacrificed a lot and have done a lot to get me where I am. I was at home with them, just kind of sitting around, not doing a whole lot, just kind of watching and hoping that I'd get the call, and luckily enough I did. It was a pretty cool moment with my parents there, and being able to share it with them. And I think the whole process itself is pretty cool. Obviously, it's a little different, I imagine, for Brendan going through what we're going through right now. But I think at the same time, it's still just as exciting for him leading up as it was for me. And I think that he's going to enjoy it just as much, even though we're in a bit of an odd circumstance this year.
Well said, Bull Shark. And with social media and, you know, all types of stuff thrown at you guys and just the world the way it is. Like, and Jaguar, you go first on this one, but how difficult is it to ignore like social media and people writing their opinions about you? I mean, you're only 18 years old, you know, it's not like, I mean, you're saving lives necessarily, but do you pay attention to that stuff, and does it affect you at all?
Not really. I don't really go like, I don't really use Twitter. I honestly don't really know how to use it. So the only thing I see on Twitter is Ryan Hardy's tweets. But other than that, yeah, I mean, Twitter's just kind of like not good. I feel like, you know, you always hear that, but I know maybe some guys like kind of bite into that, fall into that, where they're always like looking at these rankings and stuff, and that just kind of, I feel like, gets in their head. And, you know, obviously you see rankings, but not letting it bother you. I mean, if you're ranked like lower on like a list than you think or you think you should be, it's not really like the end of the world, because at the end of the day, like that guy that's living in his basement, it's not drafting you. So just kind of just filling out your like interviews, I feel like is the most important, and you know, just obviously bringing it on the ice. And yeah, I mean, you just don't want to leave anything behind on when draft day comes along.
And Bull Shark, how about you? Did you even focus at all? I mean, or pay attention to that stuff? Because if anything, you're 21 years of age, so late draft guy, and absolutely scorching. I mean, the first time your name even came, and that's my job to know, the first time you came on a list, and you haven't really looked back since. But again, did you pay attention to that stuff at all?
No, not really. Kind of along the same lines as what Brendan said. I think it's important that you just kind of stay in your own lane and focus on the things that you can control. And you know, what people say about you at the end of the day is something that's out of your control. The only thing you can control is your game and how you act and who you are as a person. So I think that if you can focus on those things, then the rest is going to happen as it does.
So, Bull Shark, what's your biggest advice to a Jaguar? No, I don't even know if they can be in the same ecosystem, but, you know, in Chicago, still hockey they are, baby. So, okay, but what's your advice to Brendan on draft day and just the events leading up to it?
I would just say to enjoy it. Like I said, it's a pretty exciting time. It's something that you work for a really long time, and see the fruits of your labor finally come to fruition, I think is really cool. And obviously, I'm not sure what the situation is going to be. I'd imagine that there's going to be a virtual draft, so I think that is kind of unfortunate. But at the same time, I think, you know, just to be able to take in the moment and enjoy it, and wherever he gets called, and, you know, it's going to be the right place for him. And I would just say really kind of take it in and enjoy it, and spend it with your family, and understand that how big of a role they've played in getting you to where you are.
Thank you, Bull Shark.
And my last question would be and this goes to both of you, and you just mentioned your family, Bull Shark, but the first thought that came in your head when you saw that, and who knows, was it an Ontario phone number, you know, whether it's having your name announced, who's the first person, or your just first thoughts when that moment happened? And then, so Jaguar, I'll shape that question for you. As you know, your name selected, knock on wood, which it should be at some point in the draft. But who are you thinking about? So, Bull Shark, just again, reliving the moment.
Funny enough, the first person I heard from was Coach Ryan Hardy, actually, and he was the first one to text me congratulations. But yeah, I think, like I said, being able to be there with my family really made it special, and understanding everything that they've done. and everything that they've, like I said, sacrificed. Being able to share that moment with them, I think made it really special.
How about you, Jaguar? You got a speech or anything like that? Or planned?
No. I mean, I think my parents are. I'm not gonna go home. I'm gonna stay here and probably just do something at the Yost Arena. My parents are gonna come out, and then yeah, and then just one night, and the next day you gotta wake up and you gotta grind, baby, and that's what we're gonna do. That's what Bull Shark did. That's what Ducky did, and I know that's what Sam, Sean, like all the boys. I know that's what they're gonna do, and we have the World Junior Showcase like a day or two after the draft, so like all the guys will be ready for that, I'm sure, and yeah, so just a little exciting moment, but yeah, I'll be here with my family and my teammates, so it'll be good.
Sounds great. One last question for you guys. Now, separate from each other's teams, different perspectives. And I think I've asked Bull Shark this before on another podcast or something, but your favorite Chicago Steel memory, looking back right now. Let's start with the Jaguar.
It's got to be just like, I mean, obviously, like, just the easy thing to say was the Frosty Cup, but like that was like obviously a special moment, but like just like everything like that was around it. The bus rides, like every bus ride we had was just, everything was just something new was special. Something special came up every single time, and wasn't like the same thing over and over. It wasn't just John making jokes. It wasn't just guys, like just like playing little games with each other, or just things you do on the bus, but just sharing those memories together and going on a bus after like a win, there's nothing like that. And we did that a lot last year. So that was, that was fun. And even when we got into those close games, coming back and just being that team, like I feel like last year we were that team that like everybody was talking about. Everybody was like, yeah, like even this year, like I hear guys like some of my friends that like are in the USHL, like on different teams, are like, yeah, like in the locker room, like they're still talking about like what we did last year. And that's just, it goes to show like how good we were, but also like how close we were as a team. So like, I mean, our group chat from last year still buzzes every day, and I still like, I'm literally sitting in my bed crying, laughing, just like some of the memories that are coming up, some of the things that are being said in there. So yeah, like, the memories just keep going. Like there's not like one favorite memory to me. It's just, I'd say the best thing about it's that memories aren't really going to stop. They're just going to keep going. And as like Chicago Steel alumni, like I'm sure Bull Shark thinks the same way. I'm sure he still talks to the guys that he played with when he was here every day.
Bull Shark, you gonna wrap this thing up?
Yeah, I guess just to kind of echo with what Jaguar said, I think for me, obviously winning the Eastern Conference playoffs the way we did in overtime was pretty cool. But kind of like what he said, yeah, you remember that. That was a shining moment for you, Mark. That was a bigger moment for you than it was for us.
Oh, yeah, right. That was
Gunnar Wolfontein. Oh
no, but yeah. So yeah, some see how it all blends together. Yeah. I didn't mean to cut you off, but yeah, no. I mean, what else? I mean, now how about your goal? How about the one that you got, that Muskegon game 1? You had that goal disallowed with like 90 seconds left, and they like looked at it, and then it was the tornado. Josiah Slavin ripping with 2 seconds left, and then you won game 1. I don't mean to take the show away from you, but that's got to be up there, right? That overtime winner.
Yeah. It was that whole playoff run was fun. Obviously, would have liked to have gone all the way. But yeah, I think again, along the same lines as what Bruce says, I think kind of every day when I went to the rink, there was something different that was happening, and so many different little memories that I have, and just fun parts of the year. And I think, looking back now, obviously there's a lot of really good moments, but I think the things I remember most are just the friendships and the bonds I made with all the guys in the team and in the organization. And at the end of the day, that's, I think, what's most important, and that's what I'm going to remember the most.
All right, guys. Well, great stuff. I hope to see you both back on the ice sometime in the near future, very soon. Thank you to Nick Abrazizi,
Thank you,
Bull Shark, and Brendan Brisson, a.k.a. the Jaguar, here on our NHL Chicago Steel 2020 draft preview. Thanks a lot, guys, for coming on. Good luck, Brendan.
Thank you for having me.
All right, the Jag and the Bull Shark. Signing off, guys. I'm
Thank
Mark
you,
Simpson, voice of the Chicago Steel.
See you, boys.